Hey, this is Sydney Paul, member of the Virgin Islands National Bowling Team, and you're listening to VIOC in action.
Hey, this is Clayton Lawrence, the super heavyweight boxer for Team ISV, and you're listening to VIOC in action.
Good afternoon, and that's right. A round of applause for all of our fantastic athletes on Team ISV. This is Atney Bobby Thomas here with you on VIOC in action, the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee's informational radio show. We got lots of information here for you. As you know, we are rapidly approaching a very important month when it comes to the VIOC and when it comes to Olympism and IOC, the International Olympic Committee. So we got lots of great info going on here, and we're glad that you're tuned in to listen to VIOC in action. And we are going to start by giving you, information that is it's upfront and amongst, I think, for all of us, this is stuff we should pay attention to, because these are the people that will be the face, that's right, the face of the Virgin Islands very shortly as they make their way to probably one of the highest levels on the international scene, the 2016 Rio Olympics. And so far, we got about 7 folks that are secured a spot in the Olympics, and we're hoping for a few more. There's still, although, the Olympics is right around the corner, we still have time to get people in there. And, I know the VIOC, the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee, headed, of course, by President Angel Chico Morales. He wants you all to be familiar with all of the names that will be representing the Virgin Islands as they make their way to Rio for the Olympic Games. So we want to get that out there now. Let's start by who so far has done their due and will be representing the Virgin Islands in Rio. All right, we can start out with the big man, Clayton Lawrence, the super heavyweight boxer. He hails out of St. Thomas, and Clayton has already qualified for the Rio Games, and he is putting in the hours now. He has put in a lot of hard work, and just qualifying began for all of our athletes. Just, it was hardly the end. It began the time where they have to put in, lots of prep time, prep hours, training, curb your diet, get familiar with those roads and the weights and, nutrition, everything. So Clayton Lawrence we have in boxing. In sailing, one of our first qualifiers, also out of St. Thomas, was Cy Thompson. And Cy, I think, is he laser? I believe he's doing this thing on a laser. But Cy is, he too is already qualified and ready to rock and roll for Team ISV. So that's just 2 of our athletes that will be doing their thing in Rio. And as mentioned, Cy as well, he has been, quite some time in top of his 5th gear, working hard, trying to get prepared, trying to train, and his training is absolutely international. He continues to compete. So, Cy is doing his thing. So we have Cy, we have Clayton Lawrence, Cy sailing and Clayton in boxing. Now we have 2 swimmers that will be doing their thing for Team ISV. And this is probably the most beneficial exercise any of us could do is swimming. It encompasses the entire body, and it's very low impact on the joints and stuff, like not like running the roads. Running the roads, you put in the work as well, but swimming, you can use just about every muscle in the body and very low damage to the joints, as mentioned. We have Rex Tullius. He's out of St. Croix. He'll be doing the swimming thing. And we also have out of St. Croix, Kaylee Watson in swimming. So we got Clayton Lauren in boxing, Cy Thompson in sailing, Rex Tullius in swimming, and Kaylee Watson in swimming. But it doesn't end there, as we'll take you to athletics. Athletics is it's referred to in the international community as what most people would call track and field. Just like here in the West, we might say soccer, but the rest of the globe, let me just say America. In America, might say soccer, but the rest of the globe calls it football. But in the Olympic world, track and field is referred to as athletics, as they cover such a broad spectrum of sports and different categories and stuff. So in athletics, we have Mohammed Hamlin. He'll be representing the team ISV out of St. Croix in the long jump. And if you can remember, Mohammed in Veracruz, Mexico, 2014. Yeah, I think it was 2014. He had a silver. He was leading in the long jump, and the last try for the last athlete, his last attempt, just edged out Mohammed, giving Mohammed the silver. So Mohammed Hamlin, doing big things in athletics, long jump to be specific, will be representing Team ISV in Rio. Also, we have in athletics, doing her thing on the track again, the local legend Laverne Jones, also hailing from St. Croix, and Mohammed hails from St. Croix as well. Laverne Jones will be doing her thing in athletics on the track, running by people. And also, the final name that I have up, let me say up till now, because we're hoping that others qualify in the latest efforts to get to Rio. The final name that we have here is Eddie Lovett, also in athletics, doing his thing on the track. He calls himself the high hurdle specialist. So those are our athletes who are doing their thing, getting ready to rock and roll, and will be showing up and showing out in Rio. And that is slated for the first week in August. But from now, we're still in May, and big, pretty important things happening for us right now. One of the big things we want to mention is that the Olympic Committee has, it's again, it's meeting with the world. It's a union of the globe, pretty much, for just about every community when they head down to Rio. And it's a very unique opportunity for the organizations and the countries and the territories involved to be able to share a bit of themselves with the rest of their colleagues in the sporting world. And the Secretary General for the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee, Lynn Reed, has came up with a very, very interesting way of passing on some of our art, our culture, giving a link with our people to the rest of the globe. So Lynn Reed has come up with an idea where we are approaching the schools, the educators, where we could, as I said, you're passing this information on from us to you, a gift to you, very personal. And we're making our art our gift. It's very personal because a lot of people see art as recreation, but there are certain communities and culture where art comes from the soul. The greatest representation of oneself is, their art. And Secretary General Reed is very, very eager to get these artworks to these people. So a program has been put together. And Secretary General Reed has put the information to the. Let me read you the letter that she wrote to the educators, and it's more than just the public schools. It's going to be private schools. It's going to be all organizations, pretty much instructors of students, and it covers 3 different categories, which you'll have the elementary, middle school, and high school. So let me read the letter for you. Dear educators, Virgin Islands athletes are excited to be participating in the Summer Olympic Games in Rio in August of this year. The Virgin Islands Olympic Committee wants to show the 204, that's right, 204 countries that will be competing a little bit about the Virgin Islands and its people. We want to take posters of the Virgin Islands made by students of the Virgin Islands as presents to the other nations. The posters should represent any aspect of life in the Virgin Islands, from the splendor of the islands to our colorful flora and fauna, to the diversity and beauty of our people, representing the Olympic values. And what are those values, you may ask? Let me let you know. Olympic values include respect. Respect is a concern in fair play and knowing one's own ability, one's own limits, and taking care of one's health and the environment. Another Olympic value is excellence. How to give the best of oneself on the field of play or in life. Taking part and progressing according to one's own objective. The final Olympic value is friendship. How, through sport, to understand each other despite any differences. So the use of Olympic rings is encouraged in your artwork, and the winner in each district, 2 districts of course, St. Croix District and the St. Thomas St. John District, will receive $250. Each winner in each category in each district. So there will be 1 winner from each of the following categories: elementary school, middle school, and high school. And we're asking that the artwork be done on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. All mediums are welcome. Please, 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 please. Time is short. So we have to get our artwork in by May 31st. Please, 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 please. The hour is near, and we have, on your artwork, please include, on the back of it, of course, give us the information that we need to know, like your name, your school, your grade, And once your artwork is ready, give us a call at the VIOC office at 340-719-8462. That, of course, will be done during the work week. So give us a call and leave a message at least, because your deadline is going to be right after the holiday. So Monday, just the 31st is the deadline. So work with us, trying to get it done. This is our effort for the month of May. VIOC, we have our poster contest, and that's what's going on in May. Big poster contest. So we really need you to get those in by May 31st. And then we have, with May quickly coming to an end, we have June, and June is Olympic month. And you would think that August would be Olympic month when we have the event, right? But no, June is Olympic month, and the VIOC got lots of stuff to do. On June 4th, VIOC will be taking part in the King of the Wing. We'll be there trying to get people to sign up so they can help us out with the beach cleanups that we have organized and our runs and, those type of stuff. So check us out at the King of the Wings. We're definitely going to support that great fundraising event. And we'll be there trying to get people to sign up, because on May 5th, we're going to go over to Vesop Beach on St. Thomas, and we're going to have our cleanup. We're going to do our first cleanup over there. And when we're done with the cleanup, we're going to give a beach wrestling demonstration. And beach wrestling is an event within the Wrestling Federation. So beach wrestling, we're going to give you some demonstrations there. And then we'll try and give, enlighten people as to what's involved in beach wrestling. Also, on the 5th, June 5th, we're going to have a road race on St. Croix, and it should take us to Point Udall, a cycling road race. So the 5th has two big events with the beach cleanup on St. Thomas, the wrestling demonstration, and the road race on St. Croix, cycling road race. On June 11th, that's going to be the St. Thomas Olympic Day run. So on Megan's Bay Beach, we'll have our Olympic Day run. So stand by for that. That's going to be pretty awesome. So check us out on May 11th on St. Thomas. Then on May 19th, we're going to go to St. Croix, and we're going to have a beach volleyball tournament. More information on that is going to come shortly. And then on the 24th of June, we're going to have our Olympic Day run on St. Croix. So May is coming to an end. June has lots of stuff going on. So be ready. We have a lot to do. So we want to make sure that you all are ready for June, our Olympic month. It's time now for a quick break here on VIOC in Action. So we will be right back.
This is your high hurdle specialist, Eddie Lovett for Team VI, and you're tuned in to VIOC in action.
Hi, this is Cy Thompson, laser sailor for Team ISV, and you're listening to VIOC in action.
This is Dr. Jerry Smith, physical therapist with the VI Olympic Committee. To unleash the elite athlete in you, the key ingredients are good nutrition, hard work, and dedication. Give yourself what you need to get in and stay in the game. Tune into VIOC in action for tips and fun activities to unleash the elite athlete in you.
That's right. VIOC in action. We're giving you the information about the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee and Team ISV. And we gave you some information concerning May earlier. We gave you a little bit of information concerning June, which of course is Olympic month. Now we're going to move into filling you in about July, because July is a pretty big deal. July, August, and September. July, August, and September. This is what I need for you all to do. July, August, and September. You're getting good warning. You're getting advance notice that the VIOC needs you in July, August, and September. 3 big months for 2016, 3 big months for the VIOC. And this is how you're going to help us out. July, August, and September. We're starting with July. In July, Virgin Islands Olympic Committee is having probably their second biggest fundraiser of the year, which is the golf tournament at Mahogany Run. So, huge. This is huge. So, July 2016 will be the month for the annual Virgin Islands Olympic Committee golf tournament, the Scramble to Rio. So we need everyone, all your golfing friends, point them in the direction of the VIOC Scramble to Rio, which is slated for Sunday, July 17, 2016. Now, this is what we want from you. This golf tournament is going to be a big fundraiser for the Olympic Committee, as we know. So, we want you to get your company involved. We want you to get your golfing buddies involved. The four-person scramble, this is how it normally works. You have a team of 4 that plays. Each person on the team will tee off. Whack! They hit the ball. It goes down the fairway, hopefully. And when it lands, they pick the best from each person. The best shot that was hit, they pick the best one. From there, each person plays again. So they go whack again. 4 attempts from there. Maybe they're putting it by the pin. Some put it in the sand trap. Some on the green, 10, 12 feet away. Nonetheless, you pick the best shot. So that's how the scramble works. It's a team of 4. You have to hit at each hole, and you will use the best shot. And one of the cool things about it is you can't just be on the team just for taking up space, because at least 1 or 2 of your shots must be played throughout the tournament. So it's a pretty cool event. So get your team together so you can participate in the scramble and help the VIOC raise some funds here. Now, if you want to do more than just enter, I don't see the fee for each team. I'll get that information shortly, but I don't see the fee for each team. But let's say your team signs up, and just as a guess, it's $125 a person. So your team is in, we have $500 right there, right? So that's your contribution. Awesome. But your company might want the entire Caribbean to know that, hey, we are huge sponsors of huge supporters of the Olympic movement, of the IOC, of VIOC. So they want to personally make a contribution. One of the ways that you can make a contribution is to be a whole sponsor. So you can get your company and say, man, whole number 17, that's us. We want our sign out there. So we'll pay the $500 and we'll be a whole sponsor. And that's nothing to be a whole sponsor. $500 and you're helping out a great cause. So you go out there and you have everyone that comes to the 17th hole is going to notice your sign. Your sign is going to be there, letting the world know that you are contributing to Team ISV and the VIOC. So, you know, there are other ways, there are smaller ways where there's going to be a huge raffle out there. And for the raffle, we are accepting gifts, and we want them to be substantial gifts, of course. And we are going to recognize the value of your donation. So you want to donate a car, you can go ahead and let us know from now so we could start raffling on that Mercedes Maybach Lexus. It's going to take us about 10 years to fundraise to pay that one off. But nonetheless, we are accepting donations towards the prizes. And we're going to have a short reception after the contest. But what is key is that also on this day, you're qualifying with your substantial donation towards getting an ad in our 50th anniversary booklet. And this was where September comes into play, because the tournament is in July. We all take a break and enjoy the Olympics in August, but in September, the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee is celebrating 50 years. So our 50th anniversary, we're going to have a booklet, and we want you to get involved from July. Don't wait until September. Get involved from July and support the golf tournament. This is how you can do it. If you want to do more than be a whole sponsor, which is the $500, and you have a team in there, you want to do more. So you're going to say, all right, what is there? What else is there that I can do to show that I really want to help out, and support Team ISV and the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee? What else is there? What else is there? Okay, this is what else. How about being a bronze sponsor of the event? A bronze sponsor. And as a bronze sponsor, simply you walk up and you have your check for $4,000 for Team ISV, VIOC. With that $4,000, you get to be a whole sponsor. So you give us a $4,000 and we put your organization's info by one of our holes, showing that you are a major sponsor. Also with that $4,000, you get to have 2 golfers entered for free. Whatever the entrance fee is, I don't know, might be $10, might be $150. Whatever that entrance fee is, for your $4,000 sponsor, along with being a whole sponsor, you're going to get 2 golfers entered free into the contest. You're going to have a banner that's going to be bearing your company name. That's going to be shown at the tournament as well. So not only at the hole, you're also going to have a banner. And in September, when we have our 50th anniversary banquet, we're going to generate a beautiful booklet. And in that booklet, we're going to have your company's half-page ad in the booklet. Also, from July, if you give us that commitment of the $4,000, we get that check, we're going to mention your name everywhere we go. Let everyone know how committed you are to Team ISV and the VIOC. But there are others that want to do more. Because $4,000, yes, trust me, it's amazing. It's a significant contribution. But there are others that want to do more. And if you don't want to be a bronze sponsor, you want to be a silver sponsor. So you step up and you say, I do want to do more than be a bronze sponsor. I want to be a silver sponsor. All right. For a silver sponsor, and $7,000. yes, you will be a hole sponsor. So again, with that $7,000, there you go by one of the holes. We have one of your signs, letting every player know that your entity is big in supporting Team ISV and the VIOC. But instead of 2 golfers, you get 4 golfers entered free. So you can get your entire team into the tournament for free for your silver sponsorship. So you get a whole sponsorship, you get the 4 entry fees, and of course, we're going to do it big. We're going to give you a large banner bearing your company name at the tournament. So everywhere people goes, they'll see that big banner. You'll get that recognition. And remember, you're starting from July 4, September. So in September, when we have our anniversary banquet, you will have a full page ad in there for our 50th anniversary banquet booklet. That's right. Full page ad for your $7,000 silver sponsorship. And of course, you know, from July, every time we talk about anything dealing with Team ISV, your company will be mentioned and you will get many, many thank yous in all our ads and stuff. So as a silver sponsor, you get the whole sponsorship. Your entire team is free. Put a banner out there with your information and a full page ad in the booklet, plus other mentions as well. But who wants silver? There are those out there who are striving for excellence all the time. Then they want gold. That's right. They want to be a gold sponsor. And to be a gold sponsor for the golf tournament on July 17th, the Scramble to Rio. If you want to be a gold sponsor, you will be a tournament title sponsor. So the tournament will be named in your honor. So if you want to be a title sponsor, $10,000 gets you in there. We'll name the tournament after you. But you get other perks as well. You will get a whole sponsorship, of course. You will get your team entered for free. And when I say a whole sponsorship as a title sponsor, every hole will have your company name in there. So it will be the Company X Scramble to Rio Golf Tournament, hole number 6, sponsored by the Acme Company or whatever. But Company X will be on every single hole out there. So that's major recognition as a title sponsor. Your team gets in for free. And when we do all of our advertisement, of course, it's going to be the Company X Scramble to Rio Golf Tournament for the VIOC. So we'll get you all that recognition, not just the day of the tournament, but starting from the advertising of the tournament throughout. We're going to get you all up in the business. And then when we have our booklet, you won't have, the half-page ad. You will have a full-page ad, but it's going to be on the back inside cover, probably the most prominent advertising spot in the booklet. So we're going to get you hooked up with that as well. And of course, all the mentions and thank yous from July up to the tournament. So it's definitely great value in being the gold sponsor, and we're hoping that there's a major competition to see who's going to get to be the title sponsor for the Scramble to Rio, the annual Virgin Islands Olympic Committee golf tournament. And this one, of course, benefiting those headed to Rio for the Summer Olympic Games of 2016. So, this is the time. It is time to be big and support VIOC. Start throwing hints at your boss. Hopefully they'll want to get in there and be a big sponsor for the VIOC's golf tournament, right? Alrighty, and with that, it is time again for another break here on VIOC in Action. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tim Pitts, 2004 Olympic sailor for the Virgin Islands, sailing the laser class on VIOC in Action.
This is Mr. One Time for the One Time, Leon Hunt, long jump record holder for Team VI. Thank you for logging on to VIOC in Action.
Hey, this is Katie Tannenbaum, skeleton racer for Team ISV, and you are listening to VIOC in Action.
Hi, this is Peter Holmberg, silver medalist for the Virgin Islands in 1988, and you're listening to VIOC in Action.
Peter William Holmberg was born on October 4th, 1960 on St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. He and older brother John were introduced to the sport of sailing at ages 4 and 6 respectively by their parents Richard and Louise Holmberg. Richard was based on St. Thomas while serving on the submarines in the Navy and returned on his honeymoon never to leave. Both Richard and Louise went on to become great sailors, Richard competing in the 1972 Olympics and Louise winning the Sunfish Worlds. The waters of the Virgin Islands became Peter's playground, and he was soon competing in local races at the newly formed St. Thomas Yacht Club. By the age of 9, he was competing in national events, capped by a third-place finish in the Sunfish World Championship at the age of 16. He attended St. Peter and Paul Catholic School, then pursued a non-traditional path toward his Charlotte Amalie High School diploma via high school classes, night courses, College of the Virgin Islands, and GED studies. Holmberg then transferred to California's Santa Rosa Junior College, continued on to Cabrillo College in Santa Cruz, and finally Sonoma State University, where he competed on the university's sailing team and graduated with a BA degree in management. Returning to St. Thomas, Holmberg set his sights on the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, California. While working as a sailmaker to make ends meet, he chose a single-handed fin class and trained locally for a year before raising enough cash to try and buy a fin and head to the States for the final year of training. He represented the Virgin Islands well, placed in 11th among the 36 both field. Encouraged by his initial success, Peter hatched a plan to campaign for the 1988 Olympics game in Busan, South Korea. His campaign, however, would benefit from better strategic planning, a longer fundraising period, and a 2-year training regimen. Peter traveled to South Korea a year prior to the games to compete in the pre-Olympics regatta. He finished 8th and acquired a wealth of knowledge about the event, supplied boats, and challenging conditions of Busan. Peter's reconnaissance mission spurred 2 key decisions: to purchase a Korean-made Hyundai fin and to train in the waters of the Virgin Islands, which best replicated the rough sailing conditions of South Korea. Holmberg's strategy worked. At age 27, Peter won silver medal at the 24th Olympic Games, the first Olympic medal ever won by the U.S. Virgin Islands. Following this Olympic success, Peter became the team helmsman and helped Matador 2 win the 1990 Maxi World Championship. In 1992, Peter ventured into match racing and built a team of Virgin Islanders to compete in the international circuit. He began as an unranked skipper competing with the wild card slots, but moved up quickly in the world, and by 1999 he was ranked number 3 in the world. Peter reached the pinnacle of match racing in number 1 world ranking when he won the 2001-2002 Swedish Match Tour Championship with an impressive run that included victories in the Bermuda Gold Cup, Steinlager Line 7 Cup, and Congressional Cup. In 1996, Peter formed the Virgin Islands America's Cup Challenge, a syndicate later calling itself Team Caribbean that would quest for the 2000 America's Cup in Auckland, New Zealand. The syndicate united the people of the Virgin Islands and raised an astounding $5 million towards the budget. But unable to secure the necessary amount of deadline to start boat construction, the team opted to merge with Team Dennis Canna in January 1999. Peter transitioned to the afterguard of Stars and Stripes, competing in the 2000 America's Cup Challenge Selection Series, where Team Dennis Canna ultimately finished third. Peter then joined Oracle B&W team as helmsman for the 2003 America's Cup. After 3 years of boat development and training, Oracle finished a close second in the Louis Vuitton Challenger Series. Late in 2003, Peter accepted an offer from the 2003 America's Cup winner, Alinghi of Switzerland, to join the Defender as a helmsman. Then followed 3 years of intensive training and boat development in Europe, where in the contest that followed, Alinghi defeated Emirates Team New Zealand 5-2 in the final and successfully defended the 2007 America's Cup in Valencia, Spain. Following that remarkable victory, Peter returned home to the Virgin Islands, a master helmsman now capable of achieving perfect balance on any boat. Peter sought the same sense of equilibrium in his personal life, and he found it perched on the deck of his tropical home in the same island where his journey to the pinnacle of sailing had begun decades before. Peter now bases himself on St. Thomas and offers professional sailing, consulting, and speaking services to clients worldwide. VIOC Moment in History, Peter Homburg. That's right, VIOC Moment in History with Peter Homburg. Very interesting information there. And we're going to try and feature more of the people that are the VIOC for you. Different events, different historical moments, of course, with our VIOC Moment in History. And we have another moment in history, but I just want to remind everyone that this is the final week. This is the push. We're trying to get you to get all that information in, especially those posters. Get those educators to get those posters in. The 31st is the deadline. Get them together. Put the information on the back, the name of the student, the school, their age. So when we present them, that information will live on. So deadline for the poster contest shortly, right around the corner. And once again, those posters will be given away as presents to members of other delegations when we hook up with them down there in Rio. And don't forget, June is coming up. June is a pretty big deal for us. June 4th, King of the Wing. Check us out there. The VIOC will be there signing folks up. We can get signed up for our beach cleanup, which will be the Vesta Beach Cleanup is on June 5th. Cleanup and beach wrestling demonstration. We're also going to have a cycling road race to Point Udall on St. Croix. So check us out for that as well. June pretty big, and June 11th we're going to have the Olympic Day run on Megan's Bay. That will be on St. Thomas. And then on June 19th, beach volleyball tournament on St. Croix. And on the 24th, the Olympic Day run on St. Croix. Let's get another one of those VIOC moment in history. Hey, well, it's time now for VIOC Moment in History. In 1966, several sports-minded citizens of the Virgin Islands agreed that something had to be done to provide our athletes with a better chance to compete on the international level. The first requirement was to affiliate at least 5 sports to their respective international federations by convincing these international federations that their sports were active in the Virgin Islands and that our athletes could compete on a regional level. 6 sports affiliated: track and field, yachting, weightlifting, basketball, fencing, and volleyball. As a result of a major lobbying effort to the International Olympic Committee, the Virgin Islands was granted permission to participate on a trial basis in the 1966 San Juan Central American and Caribbean Games. Despite many difficulties, Carl Plaskett, Ivan David, Listen Sproul, Rudy Thompson, and John Hamber won medals. As a result, the Virgin Islands was granted full membership status in the International Olympic Committee. The Virgin Islands Olympic Committee was built on that auspicious beginning, and with the exception of the boycotted 1980 Olympics in Moscow, has sent a team to every Central American and Caribbean, Pan American, and Olympic competition since 1966. Virgin Islands Olympic Committee's first Olympic medal was won in 1988 at the Seoul Olympics. The VIOC has grown from its original 6 federations now to 22. Virgin Islands is extremely grateful to the VIOC founders, Calvin Whitley, Julio Francis Edwards, Vern Colwood, Len Stein, Tracy Jackal, for having the foresight, courage, stamina, and determination to bring the Virgin Islands into the Olympic arena. This is your VIOC moment in history. So now you know from whence we came. More information on the VIOC. And if you want to check us out, get more information on what's going on with the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee, feel free. Get on that interweb and you get to our website. You can go to the VIOC website, which is www.virginislandsolympics.org. You can also check us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Virgin Islands Olympics. Or if you're on the Twitterverse, our handle is @Team ISV. You want to send us an email, send it to noc@virginislandsolympics.org. And during work hours, you can give us a call at 340-719-8462 and get that information. Don't forget, May, we are going full speed for our poster contest. Deadline is the 31st. It's an initiative by the Secretary General of the VIOC, Ms. Lynn Reed. She wants to make sure that you get those items in first prize. The winner, actually, in each category will get $250. And Lynn is glad that you're listening to VIOC in action.
Hey, this is Lynn Reed, Secretary General of the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee. Wanted to thank you for listening to VIOC in action.
Told you she's appreciative that you're listening. So Lynn wants you to get that poster information in quickly so we can get those prepared to, I don't know if we're going to mount them or mat them and send them away to, actually we're going to deliver them to our colleagues when we get there in Rio. And, don't forget June, Olympic month, clean up, King of the Wings, sign up. We go to do the cycling on St. Croix and the road races on St. Thomas and St. Croix. July, the big golf tournament. We absolutely need you to be there to support us. Sign up, get your team, your 4-man team together. Let's do this scramble to Rio. So we're going to be good to go. And then on July, in August, that's our big month. That's the Olympic Games. So for VIOC in action, this has been Athniel Bobby Thomas. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
This is Angel Chico Morales, President of the Virgin Islands Olympic Committee, thanking you for joining us on VIOC in action.